Well, guys, I guess I'm kind of still in shock. So technically, I'm out here. You know, I was going to end the video. I probably still will end the video. So. Alright, guys. So, technically, it's the same day. I'm going to drop this video after the first one that I made this morning. I'm still out here. And I've somehow taught myself to go ahead and pull this transmission out. Because, you know, I guess I'm still in kind of shock that it broke I'm pretty sure the spider gears and differential. Or at least broke a tooth or something off of them. Because something's not good in there and it's making a lot of noise. So, I guess I'm going to rip this transmission out. So, I guess this video is going to be a transmission removal and disassembly video. And we'll see exactly what broke in it. So, I'm not going to bore you with pulling transmission out. I am going to flip the camera around and kind of show you where I'm at right now. But I'm going to kind of pop in as I'm pulling it back out. As you know, I just put this thing in here, so taking it out is going to be really easy, right? Should be. All the bolts should come out by your fingers, so we'll see what happens. So I got the car jacked up, and I got my limiting strap loose where I had the front suspension tied down. I got my axle nuts stuff off. So basically, guys, I'm going to rip this thing out of here, and I'll pop back in when I get it out. Pretty much these are pretty simple to get out of these cars. So I'm going to rip this transmission out. I'm going to get the fluid drained out of it, and then I'll be back. And alright, I got the transmission out. Yeah, it don't sound good in that differential. And if you roll this transmission, it sounds like it has gravel in it. So I'm going to bust this case apart and we're going to see what we got. And alright, I got the gear cover off here and realized that all my snap ring pliers here at the house are broke. So heading over to the shop, get some tools, I guess. Well, this kind of escalated quickly. I'm going to flip the camera around and show you kind of what I got going on. So I got a transmission that's kind of blown apart all in the floor here. You know, found some stuff in the bottom of the transmission case. The gears look fine. But as I suspected, we broke some spider gears. So I'm going to head out to the parts store now for my third trip out today. And get some more brake cleaner. I'm going to get this case cleaned up. Make sure all the metal and stuff's out, all the bearings and everything. And we're going to clean our carrier up, and we're going to give it the old Lincoln locker. And alright, everybody, I'm back. Yes, this is kind of ugly. Anytime you've welded cast steel, it gets kind of that way. A lot of this slag, I'm going to clean this stuff off before I put it in, but kind of an important note, if you ever do a Lincoln locker like this, which is basically welding the spider gears together, you want to take an old axle cup and just make sure you can put that in there while you weld. It keeps you from getting slag down your splines. But as you can see, it is fully locked to the differential. I've got some cleanup work to do, the little dingleberries, but basically what I've done, I welded all 4 spider gears together because they were broke, and then I welded all 4 spider gears to the case. In theory, this should make the case stronger itself. If it does or not, that's another thing. But let's get this transmission back together. See what happens. And alright, guys, it's several hours later, but I got the transmission put back together. No thanks to the factory service manual. I actually watched a video on YouTube myself, watching a guy take it apart, and figured out I took it apart kind of backwards, and so I took everything out and put it back together. made sure it shifted through all the gears, including reverse, and everything seems smooth and seems to work. So at this point, it's Saturday. It's about 8:15 at night. So I'm gonna let the RTV on the case cure, on the covers and stuff. I'm gonna let that stuff cure out overnight, and we'll slap this thing back in the car tomorrow. In my teenage years, I would probably, since it's still daylight, I would probably just go ahead and slap that puppy right on back in there, but it'll be cooler in the morning, and I'll just do it then. So stay tuned, guys, and if you haven't already, take a second to like this video, share it with your friends, and most importantly, if you're not subscribed, just subscribe. It really helps small channels like mine to grow. So I'll see you in the morning. Well, it's Sunday morning, guys, and it is Father's Day, so happy Father's Day to all y'all that actually have kids that care about you and are there with you. So I'm gonna flip the camera around, and I'm gonna show you kind of what I got going on. So we got Boots down here. He's you know, he's doing his little cat thing this morning. He's keeping transmission guard, and I'm getting ready to shove this thing back up in its little hole. Good thing is, it's nice and sunny and birds are chirping, all that good stuff that you hear in the morning. So I'm going to get this transmission stuck back up in here and see if we can't maybe get this thing out later today and see if we get some more data. Well, at this point, it's about 11:30. Real close to being done. Still got to put the wheels on it and fluid in it. Other than that, everything else is hooked up, and we'll see what we got. So I'm going to flip the camera around and see what's been going on. Got everything hooked back up, our limiting straps back on. Everything's back together. Just got to put the wheels on, put fluid in it. As I was getting up over here from this side, I kind of fell back and I broke the mirror on Phoenix. It's yeah, good stuff. So I'm not going to let that ruin an already bad day. So I'm going to get back on this and see if we can get it all back together and see if we can get some data.
3 hours later.
Well, everybody, it's several hours later. I had a little detour earlier today. Had to fix some toilets and stuff at the house. But I did finally get the car back together. I got everything I had to drag out of my garage back in the garage. And here we are. We're going to take a test drive. And let's make sure that I put the transmission back together right. Because you never know. So, let's go put some shakedown miles on it. And let's see what we got. Well, everybody, I just got back home. I probably put, a good 10 miles on the car. Just to make sure everything was good, transmission stuff. It did pick up a little bit in 60 foot. I just made 60 foot hits. I did not make a full 8 mile pass. Just because I don't want to break it right now. So I was kind of experimenting with 60 foot stuff, just playing with clutch and all. And so far it does show promising data to pick up in the 60 foot. Now I am going to have to go back to the road in Mexico where I did make the previous run. For consistency's sake, I've been trying to make all the runs in the same spot. So the data I got today was only 60 foot data. I did not make a full 8 mile pass. There is way too many border patrol agents and people out. So I just made a few 60 foots just to, just see how things feel. I will tell you this, with weld differential in the front, this is not something you do want to do. Especially on the carts drove every single day. It is extremely hard to steer. It's extremely hard to turn. It does go in a straight line very, easily, which is what it's intended to do when you don't have no slippage between either wheel. So overall, guys, it's back running, driving. That's about all I can ask for at this point. Sometime this week I will get some more data on it, and then that'll be part of our next episode, because this is more just a continuation of yesterday's video. So if you haven't taken a moment by now to hit the like button on this video. I'd appreciate it if you would, and share it with your friends, and most importantly, subscribe, because it helps small channels like mine grow. You know, it goes for all your smaller YouTube channels. So, if you like the videos, guys, hit that like button and the subscribe button, and let them know down in the comments below. But until then, I'll see you at the next one.